A weekend of fierce political debate has exposed the tumultuous reality of the 2024 White House campaign with less than a year until Election Day. The fight for the GOP nomination is much more than a horse race between candidates. The outcome of this will determine whether the country faces an extraordinary general election. One potential candidate, former President Donald Trump, will contest this election as he faces multiple criminal charges and promises a revenge presidency that could shake U.S. democracy like never before. Time is quickly running out for one of his distant Republican rivals to reshuffle the race with less than 2 months until voting begins. The weekend brought more evidence that other leading candidates have yet figured out the central question of GOP primary season: how to exploit Trump's biggest general election weakness, his lawlessness and exposure crime, without alienating GOP voters. Just days after Trump was accused of repeating Nazi propaganda and as he strengthens plans to use the presidency as a tool for personal revenge, former South Carolina Gov. Nikki Haley has issued her harshest criticism of Trump yet, but his euphemistic language only emphasized his political dilemma and underlined Trump's dominance. In the primary, Haley said in Iowa that she disagreed with Trump's recent comments calling political opponents vermin that prompted Nazi comparisons from the White House and some other critics of the former president. He also sought to touch on potential turmoil of a second Trump term without touching on former president's upcoming criminal trials or his attempt to subvert will of voters by remaining in power after losing 2020 election. I think he means well. So it's not really about Donald Trump. And yes, his personality is not my personality. And yes, he says things he should nt. We seem very distracted right now. And when America is distracted, the world is less safe. Another of Trump's rivals, Florida Gov. Ron DeSantis, who is struggling to save his campaign after finishing fourth in the CNNUniversity of New Hampshire poll of the first GOP primary state, tried a different attack on Trump. But like Haley, he has a different take on Trump. He tried an attack. He stayed clear of the former president's heyday. Donald Trump would actually be older January 20, 2025, than Biden would be January 20, 2021. DeSantis told CNN's Jake Tapper Sunday State of the Union about leading 77-year-old candidate. I think that's something Joe Biden shows. Father Time is undefeated. Donald Trump is not exempt from any of this. DeSantis added, I am leaving on day one. I will serve 2 terms, achieve great results and get the country moving again. However, such a possibility seems like a remote possibility. After launching his campaign as the most dangerous Republican challenger to Trump, the Florida governor is now pinning his hopes on a high finish in Iowa to recreate flagging momentum nationwide. DeSantis touched on one